What a nice surprise that was.
Hey, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Things I wish I hadn't seen.
That's how this show's going to go, man. That's how this show's going to go, man. It's going to be complete, utter destruction of us both, man. What's up, Cliff Allen? What's going on, dude?
Oh, my homeboy Clifton. What's up, dude?
Yeah, man. What's going on, man? This is going to be a lot of fun, man. This is going to be a kind of a therapy show for us, man. I mean, freaking it's just gonna be, oh man, dude. You know how fishy can go, man. It can go good or bad and indifferent. And I can't wait to kind of talk about this, man.
Yeah, it's funny because we always call each other after the tournaments and we're like, man, this happened and this happened. And we kind of were like, we should just start getting on air and airing out these grievances.
Dude, we talk every single day. And it's like, we are freaking like head cases, especially when it comes to tournament day, man. I mean, it's a roller coaster. And I think everyone out there can understand if you guys tournament fish, man, or just fish in general, dude, it's just, you're just so self-analytical. And we're going to talk about it, man. Again, just the realities of it. Because not everything's great. Not everything's great.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
It's not. And it's sometimes it's just a comic show of errors. And, here's the deal. Like, there's shows out there that's going to have the winner on, and they're always going to be like, yeah, man, I was on them and everything else. And it's the same old thing. What'd you catch him on? I caught him on this. And, oh, okay. Good luck for the rest of the year. Nah, man. Look, here's the deal. Hobie has 200 people competing in these tournaments. Only one winner wins. Okay, that means 199 lost. Okay, and so we're going to concentrate on the 199, man, that absolutely suck. So let's just go for it, man. So let's just go.
Yeah, I mean, so we're not going to recap every tournament we fished this year so far, but we'll go through them quick because Greg, you started out at Fellsmere, right?
I did, man. I started at Fellsmere, dude. So I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Couldn't start anything off any better. Went down to Florida, dude, and it quite frankly was on a whim. And if you guys caught the show, we had Randy Newton on, who's the director of KAF, Kayak Anglers of Florida. And Blake, me and you were joking around with him. I'm like, man, I was like, how embarrassing would it be if you have a northern guy from Virginia that really doesn't do well in tournaments come and whip your Florida boys' butt? And guess what happened, boys? Took the dub.
Guess what? Dub.
Took Easy the dub, man. That's right.
Easy
man.
Dub. New mayor of Florida,
dude,
Greg Nosar.
Dude, took the dub, man. Absolutely. So I'm the sheriff, mayor, governor of Florida, and I'll take that absolutely.
Well, then you 100%. Got to double down on your Florida trip and fish Kissimmee.
Yeah, and and so that was a whole different story, dude. So Kissimmee, again, the highs and lows, right? There's only one winner, and there was a whole lot of losers. Well, I was one of the losers at Kissimmee, dude. I mean, that was terrible, man. It was 30-mile-an-hour winds, and me and you talked during the week, man. I knew the conditions that was going on, and I wasn't going to risk myself on those lakes because the winds were going to blow 30 plus, and I just kind of stuck to the safe route, and it bit me in my tail, dude. And I'm just kicking myself, man. But I had some fish in creeks, that was blocked from the wind like a little wuss. And I didn't want to get dangerously close to flipping my kayak out in the water, and I didn't want to go risk it. Well, it cost me, dude. It cost me. I mean, there's a risk reward thing. So I caught a limit. First day, I think I was like 28th. Or 29th or something like that.
Yeah, not close to first.
Not close to first, no. Right. But I did catch a limit. And then second day, went back to the same place, and struggle bus was here, man. And, I'm embarrassed. I'm absolutely embarrassed,
Yeah, so then I got to kick off my season at Fork. Great event for myself. I finished 7th out of 150 guys, 2-day national event.
Strong, dude. Bass. Strong.
So, like Greg, I got my season off to a very good start, and then we went to Toledo Bend.
Yeah, I want to say hello real quick to Robert Brown, Jeremy Brandis, Stephen Bell, Sean Dwyer. What's up, boys?
Todd
Patrick. What's up, guys?
What up?
Yeah, dude. I want to publicly say I think it's our first time really together on air. Congratulating you on Fork, dude.
Man, thank you.
Come on now.
Thank you. God, I'm so upset they didn't start that tournament on time. I had a really nasty morning bite going, and I was catching just the tail end of it.
Let's call that out, man. That was BS.
I don't know what's going on with these late start times, man. I mean, we'll get into that with Toledo.
We got to stop all that. Okay, Hobie, Bass, KB, stop with this late start time stuff. Yeah. Listen, last year you guys were manned up. We went to Watts Bar with Hobie. Mm-hmm. Okay, this was like February, right? We started our season basically out there. Dude, we launched in 17-degree weather. And I mean, all the rudder lines are frozen. I took my kayak near my muffler to unthaw my kayak. We didn't have a problem starting at 6:30 then. Yeah. Why are we starting at 8:30 now?
I mean, man, it was cold that morning, but man, I went out and practiced on like Thursday when it was like 19 degrees in the morning. Went up to my spot, threw down there. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to wait for it to heat up. I was like, really? Shook that one off. Boop, that one spit it out. Another one hit it. I was like, man, that is like, thank God. And then I got the text, we're pushing the start time back. And I was like, well,
Kyle Zemke, dude, the little bugger creator. What's going on, man? Out of Idaho. That's good stuff.
But we're not here to talk about Fork. With the show, we're gonna Greg and I looked at our tournament schedules, man. And me or him pretty much have a tournament every weekend. I mean, for the next 6-7 weeks. And with that, there will either be really fun reviews or really bad ones.
Yeah.
And we're about to sit down and go through a bad one, guys.
This week's all about Toledo Bend, man. What's up, Frank? Hey guys, before we get started, KBBT South Tournament bracket starts this Saturday. We still have some room. If you guys want to sign up real quick, go to Fishing Chaos. Look at KBBT South bracket, man. We're on there. Go for it. Sign up. I think we need like six more people to sign up. We're going to be good. But anyway, go sign up real quick. If you're in the South or if you're in the North, if you want to fish, I don't care. I mean, just go do it, man. Some of these guys are breaking ice, catching 90 inches of smallmouths.
What up,
I'm cool with that.
What up, man?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, and guys, if you can't sit through the whole show, this will end up being on a podcast, on the KBT KFL podcast. So, we're trying to give you guys this content every week. Yo, what up, Steve, man? Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, Cliff, if you want to sign up, I got your entry fee, brother. Straight up.
Facts. We love
I'll cover you. 100%.
So, yeah, man. I guess you want to start with Toledo Bend? Do we want to start diving into this?
I want to start Toledo Bend, man. This was part. Look, man. First of all, congratulations, Rolando Nandine, man, for putting on the show. But not everybody's Rolando Nandine. Not everybody's the Texas stud. Dude, let's talk about the good, bad, and ugly. More so for you, it was the bad and very ugly. So let's get into it, man.
I was trying to think if I'd had a tournament worse than that, and I think only my first tournament I ever fished was worse than it went for me at Toledo. I mean, it was bad, man. And before we move on from Rolando Nandine, thank you, good sir. You won me my bet with Greg. Greg took the rest of the field, and I took Texas for the winner. And Cody Hindley was making me sweat, man.
I was rooting Cody on, man. Cody, it's just that close to taking the victory. But anyway, I was trying to down the Texas guys.
Hindley had the lead. I was like, no.
Yeah, I was trying to down the Texas guys. It kind of bit me on my butt. Cost me a few dimes.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. We take those. So thank you, Rolando, man, my man, dude. Also, those two guys, hot. Hindley and Nandine, two hottest anglers right now, I think.
By far. Yeah, I mean, you got to tip your hat to those guys. But let's talk about you, though, man.
We'll get to the excuses. Here they come. So
here we go, man.
Because like we talk all the time. Man, I was going to go pre-fish Toledo. I wasn't going to fish Fork. I didn't want anything to do with the Bass Series this year. Just my own personal stuff. I didn't really like how Bass was setting the schedule up. The Grand Lake thing is a mess. And like Grant's pretty close to my house, but
I mean, who wants to? I mean, come on, man. I mean, who wants to fish 100 yards off the bank all the way around the lake?
Right. And so
you can't even cross the creek.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is that? But some of my buddies, Garrett Ferguson, Blake Hennigan, and Levis, they were like, hey, man, we're going to go fish Fork. And I was like, dude, I've not been to Fork in a long time. That sounds fun. And I went out there and I stuck 96 and a quarter. So I was like, well, now what? And, I was supposed to go pre-fish Toledo that weekend. And I ended up getting talked into fishing Fort. Thank you, Brian Howe. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because that was a good decision. It was, and when you're on them like that and you've got something going, you got to go fish it. And so I end up doing that. I don't get the practice I want for Toledo. And some of y'all are like, well, you still had 2 days of practice. Man, Toledo is a gigantic lake. Gigantic. I mean, I felt like I needed every bit of 3 or 4 days. Like, I wish I was that guy where I just went out and I was like, this spot in the creek. And I just stuck 5 and 6 pounders, but no shot. not for me.
What's up, Joe? Joe's on there with us.
What up, Joseph? So, man, I felt like, I obviously my practice was going to be condensed. And so, I was talking to Greg. I'm looking at Navionics. I'm pointing to him out some creeks with some channels in them I like. So I end up going to the Louisiana side. One, because I don't know anything about the Louisiana side. I've only fished Toledo twice ever. So, I was just kind of picking a creek, and I was like, man, I'm going to go with it. I'm showing Greg the creek channel swings and stuff. I'm like, yeah, man, things looks good. And Greg was like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't know a lot about the lake. Sorry, dude. I fished the WMA. That was Greg's advice to me. I have not fished anything else. So,
yeah.
So I went in, I launch over at the San Miguel ramp. See Matt Yaturi there. He's a great fisherman here in Texas. And man, I went all day. I fished deep, I fished shallow, and I had 4 bites. 4 bites, and I did not land one fish my first day of practice. And I mean, that was all day. All day. And the only thing I could think was, I need to get the hell out of like the mid lake. Like, I'm fishing mid lake. It's this clarity. Like, I need to just get out of this. So went home that night, I was talking to Greg. I was like, man, I'm gonna go find some clear water.
I told you to go home.
Yeah.
That was
a better thing. That's what I should have
Clifton Allen.
Been going deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And man, it was just one of those deals. Like, I was like, I can't believe I'm struggling so bad to get bit. I mean, it's Toledo Bend. I'm watching YouTube videos. Throw the trap. And I'm like, I'm throwing it. Help me, help you. And right. Scott Shishowicz is messaging me. You're on my fantasy team. You better be on them.
Oh, he's calling you out, dude. You're putting all this pressure. Yeah, 100%.
He's like, you're throwing. You're not getting me any points. And I'm like, I know, Scott. I'm sorry. But you should have asked me before, because I don't know if I'm very good at Toledo. Yo,
what up, Adam?
What up?
Hey, I do have an idea for your next video, though.
Oh,
Toledo Bend baits.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. You ready for it? I got it right here.
Yeah. Fair.
This is what worked at Toledo Bend.
Toledo Bend baits. The only thing I can get bid on all day.
Absolutely,
I tell you, man. Put a big old hangover in the boat later that night. So.
Oh my God, yeah. Heck yeah,
God,
dude.
Man. So I'm talking to some of the guys, that I'm good friends with. I mean, if you guys have fished a national event, I'm sure most of y'all are aware it's Jeff Isham. I did drinking a beer with you. I went to bed at like 2:30, dude. Also, yeah, because Isham said that, I gotta hop into
strong performance at Toledo Bend, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
But I do want to say this, because this is like the best part of fishing tournaments for me. Dude, you get to meet some awesome people. And Chris Morales, the Southeast Texas guys, I got to stay in the cabin with them and hang out, drink, cut up with those dudes. And I, at some point, was like, man, what time is it? And they were like, oh, it's like 2:30. And I was like, oh, shit. I gotta go to bed, man. So I slept in my truck for 3 hours, got up. Jason Willis was like just moving around the house nonstop because people were snoring, and he was just getting so angry. And I can't tell you how much I enjoyed that.
I hear you.
Out to the truck, back into the couch. Oh man, yeah, it was fantastic.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. I know. And
And
So,
he's a fireman, dude.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
used
I
to
know.
sleeping in like weird situations, man.
Well, I thought so, but no, he's like, I'm a really light sleeper. I have to be. I'm a
Yeah,
fireman. And I was like, if you drink enough, man, you can go to sleep in anything. I
you
don't know
can
if
go
you
to
know
sleep.
that.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
And so, like, yeah, I was having a great time with those dudes, but I haven't even got to my second day of practice yet, which was just a train wreck because I did catch two fish, and one was actually a pretty good one, but I caught it throwing like the Sixth Sense version of a rock crawler. It's called like a Curve 55. And there was like one rock point that was a little bit deeper. And I was like, surely there's a fish on that. Don't, like 19-inch fish. And I'm like, thank you. I caught one at Toledo that was decent. And let me try to replicate this. And I just couldn't find it, man. I couldn't find any more rock like that.
Clifton Allen calling all those national fishermen out like a bunch of losers, man. Look at him. He says he can beat everybody, dude. He's like king of the ring here, man. He's like, Royal Rumble style.
Yeah, Cliff, we've seen it. Sign up for one, dude. Sign up.
Dude.
I mean, there's like a regional event on Palestine, and like, what is it? The All American Kayak Series, Joshua Booth's series.
Yeah, that's next weekend or this weekend.
It's not. No, this weekend's North Texas.
Oh, okay, all right. Next weekend is
next weekend.
Yeah.
So, I just had the most miserable practice at Toledo. 6 bites. I boated 2 fish, and Levis, that's a great question. So Levis asked, would I change location or change technique? Which is more important looking back? So this is one of those things I bet every person that is watching this, listening, whatever you're doing, you go out and you throw these baits, you hammer all the best cover you can find with it, and then you listen to the winners and they're like, yeah, I was throwing a trap. And you're like, I threw a trap all weekend. Like, I mean, how did I not get bit on that? And I want to say this because this is a horrible flaw of mine. I think the first time, Greg, I got to meet you in person was at Lake Fork.
Yep.
Last year.
Yep.
Where you became pre-fishing king, Greg Nosar.
I'll slate him.
What'd you stick that day? 106?
106.
106.
Yeah. That.
How many did you get in the tournament?
The Friday, right? That Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Russ Snyder. I think Russ Snyder was there too, and he had about that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all, you crushed them in practice. Well, that tournament, I was talking to, some guys that I fish with at Fish Fork, and I was like, man, I should go fish Caney. And I was like, no, I'm not going to fish Caney. Little Caney's going to be so crowded. I talked myself out of fishing Caney, and then 3 out of the top 5 guys came out of Little Caney, and I was like, yeah, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah.
It's an area I know well, and I didn't do it. I fished Little Caney this year. It was crowded, and I got 7th. And so, I don't know a lot about Toledo, but I had heard Housen, there's a creek there, had grass.
No. Jeremy was in my spot.
That's right.
I left those fish for him, man. Jeremy absolutely slayed them.
Torched him.
Absolutely. Him and Mason found the juice.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
And so I heard Housen had grass. And I couldn't find grass anywhere. And I knew that, but I was like, dude, Housen is so popular. If I know it has grass, I've not even fished the lake. I'm seeing YouTube videos that say Housen has grass. I can't go fish it. And I was like, I'm not going to fish Housen. There were so many guys in the top 20 day one that were fishing Housen. And I was just like, no. Caney, man, was fire. I mean, Little Caney is it. So yeah, but I went around looking for grass. I was just on a mission to find grass because I knew if I could find some grass, like my trap or chatterbait bite would be good. And I, looking back on it, in the original question Levis asked was, do I think it was spot or a bait? I think it's just a spot, man. Even.
Well, I mean, okay, so. I guess the first question is, are these fish staging up? I
Yep.
mean, with the conditions that you guys had, I mean, you guys are having winds out of the north blowing, 25, 30 miles an hour. And of course, on Toledo Bend, that's a disaster, right? It takes all the big water out.
10
But it
miles an
also,
hour on Toledo Bend is 25 mile an hour is on West Lake. Yeah.
right. And again, that begs the question, not to be critical, but I'm going to be critical. Why would you allow these kayakers to fish the majority of the tournament in that wind when you could have pushed back the start time at like 6:30, when sunrise is happening, and then that cuts 2 hours out of being able to fish in the worst of the wind? I thought that was a sketchy decision, man.
I
mean?
didn't understand it. I didn't know why we didn't get to like launch at 6 and start at 6:30. I don't know why we had to start.
I mean, it was cold anyway, right?
It wasn't that cold. It was like 40.
Yeah.
I mean, the northern guys would, probably laughing about that, but I mean, I don't know if that's what pushed back the start time. I'm not sure what it was, but I mean, we had a nice 30 minutes of not horrible wind. And then it was, I stopped during day one, I stopped and emptied my front hatch that was buttoned down 3 times because it was full of water.
I mean, I know we're making excuses. I'm making excuses on your behalf because I'm fishing.
Thank you.
But because I felt for you, because I heard your panic in the voice the entire day. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, man, I mean, like it basically took the south end of the lake out, right? I mean, it's a huge. It's 55 miles long, right?
Yep.
But you basically have to cut that lake down dramatically because of how that lake fished.
Yeah, and I do just want to say though, it's like with the 2 tournaments I got to fish so far this year between Fork and Toledo, I really just noticed that area to area, it was like in Caney, I had such a good jig biting practice. I mean, full size big jigs, and they were just choke it. I mean, water was 42, 43 degrees, and they'd knock slack in the line. I could not get bit on a jig during the tournament. It was like my area just shut down. Like the creeks I practiced in, did they have fish? Absolutely. Could I get them to fire? No. I mean, I'd graph fish on the edge of the creek channel and brush piles and stuff, and throw a shaky head in there. I'd throw a jig in there, Carolina rig. I'd crank the tops of them, throw 1-ounce spinner baits over the tops of the brush, and I couldn't get them to fire, man. But then I hear about like Cayman Rasmussen fishing Hausen and catching like 20 fish a day.
Yeah.
Other guys that went to Hausen throwing a trap.
I don't think I've asked you this question, since we talked. I mean, don't you think that your biggest mistake though was not so much the tournament day, but really the pre-fishing? Like you struggled to make a bite happen that didn't happen. Should you just packed up earlier and gone somewhere else, earlier and use your day more efficiently?
I think so, but because the days when we practiced, it was so post frontal. I was like, I've had 4 bites. Like, is that good? No. Do I think I'm around fish? Yes. So obviously in hindsight, I should have just packed up and moved and gone and seen something else. But when I'm sitting there fishing, I'm like, I've had 4 bites. That's not horrible.
But practice, you can't wait on the bite to happen. You got to make it happen, right?
That's what I was doing. I was covering water, man. I'm covering these creek arms. And like when you go to a creek arm at Toledo, it's not like, oh, I guess I'll run a couple miles. It's like, well, I'm 6 miles deep in this arm and I'm still not at the back of it.
Yeah.
But looking back, like what I was saying about like Fork, where I had been put off by Little Caney because I was like, it's crowded. I don't want to fish behind people. I don't want to fish around guys. I'm going to go find the juice that exists, or you can just magically will it into existence. That's my biggest regret, was that I knew Hausen had grass and I just didn't even go look at it. I didn't even go see if it was crowded.
Well, talk about that, dude, because I mean, like, you relied on information during somebody else's pre-practice. I think that's a big mistake, dude. Like everybody makes. They hear things like dock talk and like, hey, I'm thinking about going here. And some guys like, oh, I already went there and this is what's going on. Rather than, and we take their word for it. and rather than going out and checking ourselves out, even if it's family, dude, like in your case.
Yeah, I mean, so my cousin had practiced in an area, and it wasn't just me doing this. Like when you're at these national events, like you got your buddies, your boys, whatever. I think like the Utah guys do it a lot, which good on them because they're killing it.
They're killing it.
They're killing it. And you're talking to them, you're like, hey man, I'm thinking about going to look at this creek, and they're like, dude, I fished it yesterday, it's really tough. And you're like, oh, okay, thanks, and I mean they're definitely hey Danny, what up, man? Hey, I got this glass, man. It's from Danny. He's the guy that broke my master's whiskey glass.
Daniel's calling you out, man. Y'all talk about practice.
I know, dude.
We're talking about practice, man. Yeah.
But it's like everybody has good intentions with that, right? But you got friends you fish with on the trail locally, or family members, or people that you're just buddies with. I mean, there was a lot of guys that were offering me help. I had a guy be like, hey man, what's up? Like, you catch them good in practice? And I said, no. And he was like, dude, I'm throwing Carolina rigs off secondary points. And I was like, yeah, I did that. And he was like, to have rock. And I was like, yes. And so, it's like, you always get these little dock talk things, people trying to, throw you a bone. But sometimes, man, can bite you in the ass pretty bad.
Dock talk has destroyed more anglers, I think, than anything else, man. I mean, honestly, I mean, instead of going with your own gut, you're trying to fish to somebody else's fish. And if you start fishing somebody else's fish, dude, you'll never succeed, dude. I mean, it's the truth. And it happens to me, happens to everybody, dude. I mean, we just get caught up like, hey, if this is where the juice is, I got to go over there, and try to make it happen instead of fishing your own fish.
Yeah, so like that's one side of that coin, right? But the other side of the coin was I heard Housen had grass.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Housen. I didn't even go look at it. And then they slayed them in Housen. So, yes, dock talk can be detrimental, but then there's also this side of it to where a spot's a community hole, it's popular, and then on a lake you don't know well, you don't even go look at it. Like that's my thing. I'm so angry with it myself.
Yeah.
I was like, you went over there like you knew Toledo, or like you were going to outsmart 200 other guys and just find something insane. And you didn't even go check the stuff that day in, day out produces.
Well, let's talk about the day of the tournament, though, man. Let's talk about the conditions. Let's talk about let's
Sure,
be real.
yeah.
Let's talk about how tough it was, man. I mean, and again, I mean, some guys got on them, some guys, most of the people didn't. I was looking at the leaderboard. It was like watching paint dry, trying to see the leaderboard light up. But I mean, let's talk about the day of the tournament, man.
Yeah, man. So I should have known I was in for a doozy of a day when I launched at the ramp and Mark Pendergraft was there. Clifton's boy. Dude, Mark and I keep launching the same ramps. I don't know what's going on. But he had launched the same ramp at me as fork, so I was like, yes, I'm in a good spot. Like,
daggone, man. Called out, Mark.
Dude, if that guy knows anything, it's which boat ramps to fish. Like, that's for real, man. Like,
Maker's Mark Lives Matter.
Yeah. I mean, but like, I launched at the same.
Josh Evans said, me and Lambert pre-fished, found some grass in Housen. It was an ass mid creek and out. The bite that some of the top guys smashed on the way is in the back. Don't feel bad about not going there, Blake. It happens to all of us. I mean, that's true.
Thank you, man. But I do I do feel bad about that because I heard it had grass, and I just was like, nah, it's gonna be too crowded. It's too popular. Like, I don't want to fish around everybody, and I let that deter me. I should be confident enough to know that I can go behind those guys and catch them. Like, I should be doing that. And I feel like I kind of got a little. If it was a local tournament, I would have done that. And because it was a national event, I didn't. And that's a mistake. That's a mistake.
I got to bring on somebody who's going to give you some crap too, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know.
And what's going on, dude?
What up?
Hey, man, listen, it's time to give, him some crap, dude. Let's, bring it on. The dude got a goose egg during the tournament, man. Goose egg.
Me. Mm-hmm.
don't you live like 32 seconds from the ramp?
Yeah, 5 hours. It's the same for me to go to Dardanelle in Arkansas as it is for me to go to Toledo, almost.
Yeah, man.
Just
Really?
about the same. So
that's it. 5 hours to 3 of the best lakes in the country, huh?
Well, I mean, I live on Lavon, dude. So why would I fish anywhere else? I mean,
I never heard about this one. We may have to talk offline, sir.
Oh, well, Cliff Allen and I fish Lake Lavon all the time, and you see the bigs we put up. So, I mean,
well, I've never seen Cliff Allen actually holding up a fish. So
he photoshops them into his profile picture. They look good. They look
That's
good.
true.
Hey,
That's true.
I just wanted to say, man, I'm sorry about how you got is this PG-13, Greg? Is this PG-13?
Man, no, it's not.
Okay,
do whatever you want to.
Sorry about how you got screwed, bro, on for the bass event, bro. With the
It's okay. It happens. Like everybody had to fish the same conditions I did. And yeah, that's how it went, man.
Hey,
like,
speaking of fork, let's talk about this, man. This is what happened to I know some good people, especially at Gunnersville. I'm not gonna name names, but there's some people that was crouching on your spot during the tournament, man. And what's up with these guys, man? Like they see you there all day, they get you you've got that spot locked down. You either go take a piss or you go out and check a creek channel and they come, vulturing on your spot. Guys, I mean, this is happening all the time now in kayak fishing. I know with these full fields, these 200, man fields and stuff, dude. Look, man, like I'll tell you a story that happened with a good friend of mine that was at Gunnersville, won the tournament. The next day, some guy goes out there in a spot that like no one really knows about and fishes the guy's spot and knocks him out of the money the next day, man. That's not cool, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like putting your hand on your shoulder and taking some money out of your guy's pocket, man. You can't be encroaching on somebody's spot like that, dude.
I will say this, man. At Fork, day one, I was sitting in 14th place. I cannot tell you how many guys I fished around that were so nice to me. Like I'd be heading towards like a stretch and there'd be another guy coming up. And they were like, "Oh, hey, Blake, like, are you going to fish that?" And I'm like, "Who is this guy? I don't even know who he is." And I was like, "Yeah." Like I wanted to. And they were like, "Dude, just take it. Like you're in contention. Take it." And I was like, "Man, thank you so much." Like that is, I couldn't believe how nice people are being. But they're,
hey, we have somebody who wants to say hello to you.
Oh yeah. Let him in. Get him in.
What's up?
Oh, snaps.
What up?
PC, baby.
Oh, dude.
Clifton. Old Clifton Allen, huh?
My boy.
Man.
What's going on?
Hey, he got that Cricket Wireless.
Yeah,
got delayed right
He's
now.
got that Conrad Benetti plan.
Yeah, he's on that Barbarian plan.
And you're frozen in the best possible face, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God. Looks like the freaking Undertaker. Look at him, man.
Dude,
Looks like he's still
wow.
amazed to be on the show.
It definitely looks like the Undertaker.
Doesn't he? He looks like the Undertaker. Oh my God.
Yo, Ryan, man. Ryan, what up, man? What up?
I think we should all stop talking and stop moving so that Cliff doesn't look like he's alone in this.
Hey, let me get him on the backside, and then hopefully his.
Robert kept it going longer than I did. I couldn't hold it. But yeah, Greg, like there was quite a few dudes, the morning of, like, I was sitting there fishing my spot, and like some of them were very nice. Hey man, do you mind if I come inside you, like along the bank? Like, yeah, that's fine.
Hey man,
some of those guys just literally
keep it real,
drifting right up to me and were like, "Hey, catching them?" And I'm like, "Kinda, I was, I was." Yeah, Jim Olivier, you are not wrong, man. Fork is that way, but dude, man,
there he is.
Hey, he's back. What up, Cliff?
What's up, dude?
What's going
That's
on?
right. Hey, man,
Cheers,
you get to sign up. I'm dead serious, man. I'll pay your entry fee, dude. Starts Saturday.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
He's still on the Cricket Wireless. Upgrade, bro.
I'm on that juice, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man.
Jig Master, why you talking noise about me, man?
Ain't nobody talking noise about you, bro.
You said I'm not about that life a second ago.
I'm pretty sure those words did not come out of my mouth. I don't know what life we're speaking of, but dude, I'm a blue collar. I never break any laws, any rules. Dude, I live in the suburbs, bro. Ask Greg. You been to my house?
Same.
Hey, while
I'm
we
lying. Don't say same. I'm lying. Don't. What the hell?
Hey, while we got Cliff on, Clifton and I are fishing the same event Saturday.
Right
And
on.
Greg and I were talking about going forward. We should have a little bet every weekend.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be huge, guys. Y'all listen to this.
Hold on. Can I get in on this?
Oh, you can get it if you
absolutely
want.
can.
If you want some of this, yes.
Let me
Listen
hear.
to this. Listen to this.
We decided that, for each tournament, like whoever's tournament review is up the next week, we kind of want to make a little punishment system, like
Okay.
you skunk, you got to eat like the world's spiciest chip or something like horrible on air, so everybody can see it.
Here's the thing, though, is I don't skunk.
He answered you before you even finished your sentence.
Yeah,
I don't skunk.
So I think for this week, if I don't beat Clifton Allen, I lose and have to do some punishment.
Oh, it's a different. Also, if you don't beat him, okay.
So here's the deal, man. Like how you position yourself. First of all, there's tiers to this punishment, right? If you skunk, it's the worst possible punishment you can have.
Mm-hmm.
If you finish like the bottom 50% and you don't catch your limit, then there's another tier punishment. If you're in the top 20, then it's a little less punishment. If you win, then it's just you win. You know what I mean? But there's a little bit of punishment. I was thinking like this, man. If Blake Knight skunks again, okay? If he skunks again,
he ain't skunking on Palestine. That's a fact.
well, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. Or if he finishes in the bottom half of the field, he's going to have to go. Here's the challenge.
Okay.
If he finishes bottom half of the field, he's going to have to go to the busiest intersection of where he's at. Somebody's going to have to film him for 15 minutes, hold up a big sign that says, "I suck at fishing." Honk if you think I suck at fishing.
Okay.
Can I pick that intersection?
You sure can, dude.
I already know the intersection.
Yo, hey, let's make it more. Let's make this more than just about Blake. Mr. Nosar, Mr. G Nosar himself. You will be fishing Murray, right?
Listen,
man,
but
but Murray's not this weekend, so like
no, it's not. I got Murray, and then I'm doing the horseshoe. I got Murray. I'm going down the Harris Chain, and then I got Santee Cooper.
I already told you I'm doing Murray and I'm doing Harris Chain with you. But I was saying, I'm sorry.
So those weeks when we come on, because like after this weekend, we'll come on and we'll talk about how Palestine went, and then we'll place our bets for Murray.
Yeah, we will place our bets for Murray. I mean, this is a weekly show, guys.
We're
only focused on. Yeah, we're on the show. This is weekly. Yeah, we're on here weekly, so we'll talk about it. But
where's Murray at?
Where's
Murray?
South Carolina.
Hear me?
Yeah,
holler if you hear me.
That's too far. I'm local. It's too far.
Well, you ain't fishing that one, but I mean,
hey Greg, if you hear me, put up a thumb. All right, I'm gonna back out and come back in because I can't hear nothing.
There you go.
All right,
but
I think that's what needs to happen, man. If you finish the bottom half of the field this Saturday, dude,
okay.
Clifton, you get to pick.
That's not happening though.
It could. Listen, I didn't think he would skunk at Toledo Bend either.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's not going to happen. I promise you.
Well,
but yeah, we can move forward.
Put it out there. It's tiered punishments. Like if I don't get a limit, we'll come up with something. I'll eat a wing covered in Da Bomb hot sauce. An entire nugget rolled in the sauce. If I don't get a limit, how about that?
So what do I got to do if I lose? Which I ain't.
If you want in on it, you can take those same bets. If you're bottom half, you got to hold up the sign. I'll film you. If you don't get a limit, you got to eat the wing rolled in hot sauce. You come over to the house, I'll film it. Or you can come on the show next week and do it on air.
But see, we both hit those milestones, so we got to go further than this.
But that's what I'm saying. I'll take you straight up. Me versus you. Loser got to do what?
I got to think about that.
Okay.
We can
I think
figure something
okay.
out.
I'm
Here's the
taking
deal.
on the people's champ. And
Here's
look
the
at
deal.
what
The
this.
loser. The
Look
loser.
at this. Look
Hold
at
on.
this.
Here. I got it. Here you guys go. The
My
loser.
man.
Okay, here's the deal. The loser. You gotta both go to Levon, and you gotta both film it. The loser has to wear pink panties and fish with a Barbie pole.
Hell, I wear pink panties anyways.
I was like, that ain't punishment for Clifton. He's into that stuff, especially if I'm filming him, boy.
That's what
I'll
I'm
try
saying.
anything
I
you
love
want.
that.
There's got to be a portion of you trying to catch a bass in pink panties and
Wait, hold
pole.
on. What are we
Ain't gonna be no
pink
try.
panties?
Yeah, that's what
I
we're
was
doing.
gone for 2 seconds.
That's cool.
Greg's trying to get some fetish stuff out, man. I don't know.
Oh my
like,
god! Now we
I
talking
can play
about
into that,
panties?
Greg. I can play into that.
All right, cool. There you go, man. That's it.
I don't know what I missed, but what I wanted to say before that was Greg. The next one we'll be in is together is Murray, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely Murray. Yep.
Yeah. So if you don't finish in the top 10, Cliff, what's got to happen if you don't finish in the top 10?
Robert, this is
you're
next
putting the
week's
top
show.
10 on me. You're putting
Hold
the top
on.
10 on
This
me.
is next week's show, guys.
Yeah, this is
that's
next
what
week's
Robert
show.
couldn't hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a big goal.
Dude,
Top 10's a big goal.
dude, for me, it's top 10 or bust. So
That's
Okay,
fair.
that's next week's show, though, guys.
Yeah,
Right
but yeah,
now,
we'll talk about next week's show, man. Next
Okay,
week, that's
okay.
Next week we'll come on here. We'll talk
trust
about
me, Robert.
how
Me and you're gonna have a little lay down for sure.
we'll have
Okay.
Clifton back on next week. We'll talk about Palestine, how we did,
hey,
Yeah.
a little hindsight,
I
and
just
then we'll
want you
take
to
our
know-
Murray bets.
Blake, I just want you to know if it goes down like this, I don't know if I'm gonna give you all the juice when we talk about BK's baits. I'm just saying.
It's pretty 50-50. People want Santee Cooper info. They've been voting, man. It's up on the poll.
I got some great Santee. I wanted Santee Cooper so bad, but you Hobie people went out there and bought up every damn ticket.
Oh, you didn't get in, man? You didn't get in?
No.
I'm poor, man. I'm in the Navy, bro.
How far back are you on the wait list?
There's a
25th.
list. So hold on. Hold on. You can look and see where you're at on the list.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have no clue. You might not want to ask AJ about that.
Where's this? BK got some knowledge. Where this list at, BK?
Yeah, man. You hit up AJ, or you can go on there and just look. And I think they have a wait list posted.
I mean,
That's not public knowledge, I don't think.
So
real?
how
You
you gonna
sure?
ask if it's not public knowledge? Why would you ask me how far back I am?
I'm saying you might have asked somebody or something. Like
Hey man, people don't
when I want something, I ask about it. You know what I mean?
people on Hobie don't like me like that, man. So
And I normally get it when I ask for it. So
Conant says you email him to get on the list.
that's because you the people's champ. No, I emailed him a long time ago to get on the list. I just don't know where I'm at on the list. And goddamn,
email them again. Ask them where you're at.
goddamn people's champ acting like there's a list just up somewhere on Facebook. Like, hey, this is where you at, bro.
Well, people shit wouldn't know about Facebook. He's banned for life. So
You mean to find out for you, man? You mean to find out for you where you're at?
Hey, you know what? Won't you call up AJ real quick and
Damn, boy, that's mess.
I don't had too much apple juice. My bad.
I got people I can call to find out where you're at on the list. Don't worry, I got you.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you people's champ.
how much would it be to have Jigmaster's name pushed up that list? What's that going to cost?
It depends where he's at on the list. If he's number 5 on the list, it wouldn't be too much, I don't think.
Hey, Jigmaster, man, I did want to ask you about the Lake Murray juice, but then I saw Conant finish like second, so maybe I got to ask Conant, dude. You know, that's a second place finishing dude right there.
Hey,
You just got 6th and caught a big. I watched your video today, by the way. That was
Wait a minute,
cool.
is that an iAngler link that you just posted?
Yeah, Ryan Vantime said, "Where can I watch Blake
Who
beat
uses
Clifton
iAngler?
mercilessly?" But,
iAngler is trash.
God, it's bad. Froze
Who
3
uses
times. last
iAngler?
It's
Listen,
trash.
I mean, you might as well just go ahead and open Excel. Microsoft
you
Excel
might-
2002.
You might need to talk to Conant. You might need to talk to Conant.
There's only one trail in the United States that uses iAngler for bass fishing, and that is North Texas Kayak Championship.
Unbelievable.
That's gonna change soon, though. I got that. Don't worry
that
about it.
roster for this
Welcome
week in
to
Clifton is looking
2022,
strong.
man.
Is that one headed up by Big Gun?
Nah, it's headed up by. Well, I
Nah.
guess Duke Tran, man, Big Gun himself.
Is that who Big Gun is? Duke Tran?
Nah,
I thought that was Bobby Morin.
that's Bobby Morin, son.
Nah, ain't Duke Tran ain't Bobby Morin. That's for sure.
Oh,
No, I
that
said
ain't what I thought. That I don't.
Duke Tran is Mariner sales god. That's how I refer to him.
Talking about
Duke's my boy.
Tran?
Duke's
Yeah,
my
he's a
man.
good dude, man.
Yeah, real good dude.
Dude, Andre Agassi had a hell of a forehand. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, but we ain't here to talk about Andre. We talk.
Okay, so I guess next week's show, Greg, we will showcase this bet.
Oh, you
Oh,
better
it's gonna go
believe
down.
it. You better
It's gonna go
believe it,
down.
man.
And Blake,
Listen, I've never been on Murray. I hope you're ready for the absolute gun show, man, because it's coming. It's absolutely coming. Listen, last time I talked trash on this air, I won.
have you looked at the weather forecast, the 10-day weather forecast for
It's gonna be
Murray?
64 degrees. Yeah,
Dude, it doesn't drop below 50 for the next 10 days. I'm just like, stay this way. Stay this way.
it's gonna be 64 or 62.
You gonna dominate that or what?
Yeah,
Me?
and partly cloudy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win it.
Hey, save it for next week's show, fellas. Save it.
Yeah,
Save it.
yeah.
Okay.
Save it. I know. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. We just cannot stay on topic.
So Robert, I noticed you got your KFL jersey on. Man, is it cool if I still wear my KFL jersey even though I'm not on a KFL team this year?
Only if you pause your screen and go put it on right now. You got 15 seconds.
Nah, I'm not at the same location as that jersey right now.
Dude, this boy Ryan got a Cliff Allen hard on, boy.
That's
Ryan,
my boy right there.
Ryan, I was just gonna have fun at Palestine, not anymore, dude.
That's my boy, dude. You ain't got nothing on me.
Dude.
You ain't got nothing on me.
It's gonna happen.
No,
It's gonna happen.
I got my
Dude.
Cliff. I
Yep.
got my KFL jersey on because I went
Yep.
fishing. I went fishing today, and it was really cold. And this jersey is really thick. I didn't go with the same company. I didn't go with the same company this year, but it's really warm. It's really warm.
Okay.
Hey, some of these boys missed the intro, man. You think we should show them a little bit of the intro?
Hey, that was a fire intro. That was
we gotta run it right.
Run it back.
For the guys that didn't see it.
Let's run this intro back. All those
Yeah, I
just
think
joined
so.
us, man.
I think
I
so.
think it was fire.
Yeah. Damn, we ugly, man.
That's not what I remember about Baywatch.
Nah.
Yo, hey,
Damn, we ugly.
I was definitely 100% not expecting to see what I just fucking said. I just want to put that out there.
Oh,
No one should have to see that.
Oh my god, you might have. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Thank you, Danny. My man.
I didn't have no tits. I wasn't on that one. Me and Cliff weren't in there. Me and Cliff were not in that one. That was those two.
They don't mean he ain't gonna be on there next week.
I swear to God, if I run out with tits, Greg, if I run out with tits.
Oh my god. Oh man.
oh my god! This show is off the rails, man.
Yeah,
This is what's up. But this is. I'll be honest with you, man. This is the reality of it, man. Me and Blake and the guys that talk. This is what we do every day, every week, man. Before you prepare for the tournaments, man. All you're doing is listening, basically, a little inside of our conversations, man. We do this every freaking day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
hilarious.
the show. I mean, Greg and I didn't even talk about our title sponsor, but it's
that one.
Blake Knight and Greg Nosar Angler Therapy LLC. You can call us during a tournament, and for only $25 an hour, we'll talk you off the ledge.
Right.
Really?
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Murray
Yeah.
watches my
That's right.
video. We'll see what
It's hilarious, man. But
Hey, Greg, not Greg, but Blake, I wanted to tell you earlier you brought up, you said you just watched my Lake Murray video.
I did.
I tell you this, bro, it's gotten like triple the views in the last 3 weeks that it's gotten in a year.
Man,
is it because Murray's coming up?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, Greg and I were kind of talking about that earlier. Dude, I'm watching some guy from Louisiana. It's like backwater fishing. It's like 50 views, and I'm like watching him, scoping through his videos. Oh, boy, you throwing a trap here? Okay. Oh, there's a red boat dock. Okay, yeah, let me mark that down. I mean, I'm going nuts before tournaments watching them dumbass videos. Not that your videos dumb. So.
But I mean, it's funny, man. It's funny the way that happens. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I watch YouTube videos to see, really, for me specifically, to see areas. But like, it's all based off of fishing the moment. Like old boy says from Fish the Moment. What's his name? You know his name, Greg. You got his picture up in your bathroom. What's his name?
Randy Blockett.
No, that ain't Randy Blockett. He does stuff on there, but that ain't the main dude.
Whatever his name is. Yeah.
Robert,
you mean the dude's a little fruity dude?
Nah, man, you got some young kid's picture up in your bathroom. We ain't talking about pink panties, dude. We got a lawsuit on our hands before this is over.
You are too much for me.
I'm about to leave this broadcast.
What is that dude's name? I can't remember.
It's Johnny something.
Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny
Whatever.
Sins.
Don't like no name.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Sorry. Little joke there. Yeah, I know Clifton got it. Sorry. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I gotta get off. I gotta go do some stuff.
All right,
get
man.
ready for tomorrow.
Good to see you again, man.
It's been a pleasure,
dude.
and I appreciate y'all. And
100%,
I look
man.
forward to being on with y'all again soon.
Hey,
Rock
can't
on,
wait
dude.
to have you on next week. Talk about how bad I whooped you at Palestine, man.
You ain't about to beat the PC, boy. The real PC in this mug. Cause
All I'm gonna say is,
I'll holler at y'all later. Love all you.
You can't talk
We'll
shit
see, man.
about KFL or KBBT after you just said that. That's all I'm saying.
My man.
My man.
I'm hollering at you.
I find
Yeah. We'll see.
Hey, I want to talk about this though a little bit because
I disagree with what Jim said.
I do too, and I want to say that like,
hold on, I want to finish reading. I read slow.
oh my bad.
Oh, okay, got it.
There's an
unwritten rule, man. It's like baseball, right?
I think so on some level, but like the spot I was fishing, and I'm this way, like the second day when guys showed up to that ramp that did not fish their day one, they came down the ramp, and I'm sorry, like this makes me an asshole, but I straight up told them, like, see that spot over there? I'm fishing that spot. Like, I don't want to see you on that spot. Like when I go over there, like this morning when we launched, like I'm going right there. I'll show you the spot. You can come back and fish it later whenever you want.
Yeah.
But I'm starting there. Like, dude, don't come up in here day two and go do that. And to take this back to Toledo where it all started, a lot of guys were like, hey, good luck day two. Man, that leaderboard was so tight. There was no way I was going to go fish some ramp I didn't fish the day before and just go through these guys' stuff and maybe hurt those guys. You know, maybe I go through an area that's some dude's afternoon spot and I pull a 19 or a 20 off of it in the morning and it cost him that fish. Like when I'm so out of contention. And I think that's the right thing to do, man. A lot of guys were like, man, you paid for the tournament, you should fish. Nah, not for me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but for
man.
me, that's the thing.
Well, I mean, I go back to what happened at, I told you, I go back what happened to Lambert at the TOC, when Joe Camiotti, fished his spot on day two, and here he is trying to win the championship. Joe wasn't close to him. I don't know where Joe was, but, to come up and he told him that was going to happen. I think that's just not right, man. I mean, Lambert had the right to call him out. But you know, you just can't do that, man. I mean, it's just, you know, it's no different from like yelling in somebody's backswing, you know what I mean, or something like that in golf, man. I mean, it's not cool. It's not ethical, man. I mean, if that's the kind of guy you want to be, you're not going to have a really good reputation in this community too long, man. You know, it's just not kosher, man. It's not cool.
Greg, your story earlier about Gunnersville. If I was that guy in the lead and another guy pulled up on my spot, I'd have told him to get off.
You have to speak up.
I would have said, I was here all day one.
Even if it makes you look like a jerk.
Else but that spot, get off my spot.
Yeah, you have to protect yourself, man. You have to speak up on the water. You have to sometimes, you know, again, protect your house, man. I mean, again, I know it's public water, blah, blah, blah. You don't own the lake and all that stuff, man. But, you know, it's just,
if you sit on a spot all day one and some other guy switches ramps and comes there day two and says, oh, I was going to fish this. No way. Not for me. I'd have told him off. I mean, that's just me. You know, at the worst, I would have said, we'll share it. Yeah. And that's the most I can compromise on that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think, you know, I mean, and what, you know, I don't know what the buffer is. You know, I don't know how big the distance is or, you know, how long you should be or around you should be, but man, it shouldn't be like right on top of you. I mean, Robert, what do you think, man? What do you think about somebody coming up on your spot? Okay, it's like straight up, like you were in contention, you were leading the 10 Invitational, okay, day one. And what if somebody came up to your spot that you fished and did very well at, followed you to your spot and started fishing right on top of you on day two? Well, I mean, how do you approach that, dude?
How I approach it happened first and foremost. It definitely happened on day two of the 10 Invitational. I'm a little bit different. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I'm a little bit different. Greg, you know me. I'm very I won't say humble because I don't think I'm a very good fisherman. I think I get lucky.
Believe it or not, he is very humble. I mean, he is. He's very appreciative and humble, no doubt.
I just, when that happens, honestly, for me, when that happens, I just tell myself, you know, I can catch them behind them. It literally happened. You know, after day one, I was in first place on the 10 Invitational, and I have an XI3 now, and I no longer have the Torpedo. So a lot of people beat me across the lake. And going to my spot on day two, there was literally 3 kayaks sitting exactly where I fished for about 4.5 hours on day one.
Do you think that could have cost you the tournament, though?
Do I think it could have cost? No, I don't. Only because I think I posted, because people said stuff, and I posted before that Sunday was going to be the tough day. Like, everybody thought Saturday was going to be tough, but I didn't think Saturday was going to be tough because Saturday was the day the front was moving through.
Yeah. So
I thought Saturday would be relatively easier to catch the fish, and I thought Sunday was going to be really tough. On Saturday, day one, I had a lot of company. Dude, there was 5 kayaks in my area, like within 50 yards of me when I got to my area. But I still caught them, and they didn't. I'm just the type of person, I really feel like I can catch them even if people are fishing in front of me or behind me.
And that is a thing. I'm not saying that the company necessarily is bad. I'm talking about some guy watched you. What you did day one, Robert, was nuts. I could not believe what I was seeing, man. Like the way you were catching them bigs, with how tough the conditions were. I was like, man, Robert has a spot or something figured out. Oh, and you go in the next day, and it's not you have company; they're literally on your spot.
It wasn't a. So my primary spot was very special, but that pattern that I was on worked everywhere I went.
Okay.
But that primary spot was where my bigs were. I knew exactly what they were doing. I had a lot of company, man.
Yeah.
I had a lot of company.
Yeah, man. I mean, It's frustrating though. I mean, the same thing. I listened to Christine's video and I watched her write up on day 2 of Kissimmee, and the same thing happened to her and Guillermo. There's some company there. She got flustered, and it really affected her, mentally during day 2. I mean, it happens to the best of us, man. I mean, it's like unexpected company when you kill it day 1, and then somehow the word gets out. Whatever, it's like, oh, I saw Christine on this spot. You got to try there. I think a lot of that goes on, and I just think that I mean, it's just, to me, I think there's again unwritten rules of baseball, man. You just can't do it.
Hey, I got to get out of here, fellas. I got to go on the KFL page.
Okay, man. You catch up with KFL.
An interview for the Pound Metal Punishers.
Yeah, dude.
Come over. So I got to go. I appreciate y'all having me on.
See you, man.
Conversation. I wish I could stay, bro.
Hey, we'll see you next week, man.
Yes,
see you next week. Man,
right.
Greg, saw the same video, and I'll just say, so many of the guys that I fish around, like and I think James said it best, man. Day 1 is all community. There are no spots. There are no this, that, or the other. You fish.
It's
but day 2, man, in these 2-day tournaments, if you're a guy that's not in contention, you're coming in and it's kind of poaching areas off people in contention.
Yeah.
Not okay, man. Not okay. Not okay.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Man, God, what a show. Like we ran so long. I thought we were gonna be on here 30
over
minutes.
An hour. Yeah, we're gonna give Robert his time over at KFL.
Absolutely.
Guys, Hindsite is 2020, first show. Recap. We're gonna come back next week, talk about Blake's and now Clifton's tournament at Palestine.
Yep.
And then we preview what's going to happen over at Lake Murray, man.
At Murray.
That is going to be beast. We start laying down some bets and all that good stuff. It's going to be great.
Love it, man.
So, yeah, man. Thanks, guys, for joining us, man. Awesome. Again, KBBT, go sign up for the South Bracket. It's going to be open all week. We just need like 6 more guys. We'll be cool to go. The guys are in the Texas, Florida, southern states, man. Sign up. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, you can listen to it, KBBT, or KFL podcast. Guys, share the video. Thank y'all for your support. I love it, man. Really, really appreciate you guys. And the other thing, if you're watching on YouTube, go to Motion Sports Network. Like, subscribe, man. We
just hit the freaking subscribe button. Simple.
We put out so much content, like bait videos, this kind of stuff, other sports, like that. Maybe you're not a fishing guy. You came here and you're like, what am I watching? Like, there's football videos. Like, just go watch it. Subscribe, guys, please. We appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, guys. We will see you later, man. Take care.
Cheers.